Okay, welcome back, guys. So we have already dialed down to 4,000. So we are already given the computer the permission to descend down to 4,000 feet. So we should just sit back and see the computer do its job. And when it needs some drag, we'll give it some drag, and that's it. It should be a pretty easy plane to fly. Pretty easy plane to fly, excuse me. So now it's 5:38 local time. Seam time actually. It's local time is 10 p.m. about. It's actually 10:30 in the evening. Look at this island. It's really nice. Really nice. Alright. Okay, so Lake Ontario is long gone. The beautiful Lake Ontario, I miss you. It's hiding behind the clouds. And for some reason I'm speeding up once again. Well, it's actually not worth the effort because we are descending really soon. The computer is a computer. They're dumb. They don't need to. They don't know how to look ahead and stuff like that. Well, if you're familiar with control systems, probably know that there's a PID, there's a D which kind of looks ahead, but yeah, for some reason it's not smart enough to tell the top of descent is really imminent. Is it really imminent? It's like 20 nautical miles away. It's not that imminent, so yeah. Okay, it has some excuses, but it's not what I'm looking for. I'm just burning some extra fuel here. Looks like we're still gonna make it 6.3 because the entire descent process is gonna be like really low fuel burn. Really low. Look at the terrain. This blackish thing should be the lake. Weather is all clear. We are all clear to go. The weather is pretty good actually. It's a really good day for a non-stop flight from Boston to Detroit. Okay, it looks like we'll be hitting our target descent anytime now. Again, this is Delta Flight 1523, an actual scheduled flight non-stop service from Boston, Massachusetts to Detroit, Michigan. We're about halfway through, actually more than halfway through. We're just reaching our top of descent. Cruising altitude is flight level 360, and our minimum descent altitude down to Detroit will be 4,000 due to terrain restriction. Actually, the minimum descent altitude, the minimum safe altitude MSA is 2,800 feet, but we are not like descend that low because it's we'll have to intercept the glide slope at 3,000 feet or 4,000 feet actually. You can capture the localizer in the glide slope at around 4,000 feet. I hope the plane can make it because it's like almost like there's not a huge error margin. If the autopilot can't do that, I'll have to intervene a little. The autopilot of course can do that. I just wonder if the LNAV and VNAV can do that, because there should be some kind of required performance here, but it's not shown. Probably because of the cost index. Yeah, but we'll see. Okay, we should start descending time now. 2 nautical miles. 1 nautical miles. Look for the annunciation here. This says retard. So I'll actually bring the throttle back. Alright, we're descending. Okay, so we will probably just run across this vast lake area anytime now. I think it's around Spica waypoint. So once the lake is over, we'll be going straight to Detroit. So actually the plane is really fast. I used to drive along like lake area and it took me about 6 hours, 5 hours, definitely more than 4 hours. This headwind is causing us a little bit more fuel than what's actually required. But that's fine. Be crossing Yankee Quebec Oscar, whatever that means, around flight level 316. Doing good, I think. Definitely doing good. Lake Erie. This route is actually kind of an interesting route because it's, you know, it's passing along all these kind of interesting geological features like the Great Lakes, like the Niagara Falls, 2 Great Lakes actually. So that's, yeah, and the Finger Lakes. I didn't notice the Finger Lake before. It's actually pretty an interesting route to fly in the eastern part of the United States. Of course, in western parts of the United States, you have all kinds of mountains, the Grand Canyon, all that kind of stuff. But here we have the Great Lakes, so that's also pretty great. Actually, I should probably also do some flights in China to discover some of the geological features there. I know that the area around Shanghai is not really that interesting because that's basically where I come from. I'm from Hangzhou, a like little city, not a little, a huge city right now actually, from near Shanghai. But I think it's yeah, I think geologically that's not a very interesting area. I mean, there are not a lot of like terrains. Okay, look at the game right now. Actually, Cleveland is now up by 2. I don't know how they did that, but it looks like to be the case. Wow, what a game tonight. I should get to Detroit as quickly as possible and see if I still have time to catch up with the game. Probably I'll have some time. I have like half an hour until I touch down, right? So when is the estimated arrival time? 1 minute early. Yeah, actually we're gonna be like 5 minutes late actually, I think. Oops, this is a bad 3-pointer. Couldn't stay back up by 1. The plane is gliding nice and easy. Now I should probably start to set up the Nope, not until the transition altitude. So let's take a look at the I think that's toward the end of the lake, so that's actually coming up really fast. So once we are below the transition altitude, it will start to get really busy. Let me just turn on some of the lights, less critical lights. Actually, let me wait until the transition altitude. Okay, I cannot do everything at once. It's just not gonna work. So auto brake is gonna be 2, obviously. Oh my goodness. I'm watching the game, so Cleveland is now down by 3. What is that? I have like another body of water over there. I don't know what is that. Is that Lake Huron? Okay, it's possible. Yeah, this area is really covered by a lot of lakes. All kinds of lakes. I should definitely find out what that body of water is. It should be Lake Huron, but I'm not sure. I am not sure, and I could be wrong also. Is that Lake St. Clair or is that still Lake Erie? I don't know. I have no idea right now. I have no idea. Okay. Now things has become more interesting than ever. Actually not than ever. What is that? To the runway threshold. So we have 81 miles to go. We're 81 miles out. But like approaching really fast, and the fuel is burning at an okay rate. Well, I never say no to anybody, so yep, the fuel is burning great. Okay, we are almost right on profile, so I think we're good. We are good. We're good. Transition altitude is coming up. Yeah, so I can't start to mess with the LED lights right now. Just go to continuous. Wing lights coming on, logo lights coming on, the wheel well. I don't have a wheel well yet. I mean, I will have to do that in a minute when I lower the landing gear, of course. think drag is required. Is that so? Okay, this is Lake St. Clair. Okay, this, so that could be Lake Huron. I don't know. I should double check that on Google Maps. This area is really surrounded by a ton of lakes. A ton. Alright, so we are going straight in. It's pretty interesting. Okay, so it's already complaining about drag required. So I just give you some drag, computer. So once we get to Lake St. Clair, it will all become pretty busy. I'll have to throw all the lights out and prepare to, you know, yeah. So I'm probably gonna set up for approach. So the approach speed we're gonna use flap 40. Obviously 1:0.50 is our ILS frequency 108 50 ILS. We'll arm the HGS, and the runway length is 8708. There's elevation 653. 8708. Okay, we're good to go. Yep, armed. So the course, the ILS course should be 275. That's wrong. 275, and that way also 275. Alright, we are like around this a little bit turbulent area right now. I think we're gonna be fine. There are a lot of radio masks, obviously. So terrain mostly is over there, so that's why we have the 2,800 feet restriction. Golden State is up by 5 again. It's not gonna ever come. It's not ever gonna come back. Okay, that's almost the game. Although it's still in third quarter, it's not like they cannot convert their momentum into their points. Looks like to me. Oh, drag required. Should always keep an eye on the speed and the altitude. Of course, we're flying the airplane. We're not watching the game. We're not watching the game. We're flying the airplane. Flying the airplane. Fly the airplane. Fly the airplane. So the plan is when we hit deceleration point, we're gonna extend our flaps. So that's what we're gonna do. What I'm gonna do at least. I'm gonna extend my flaps. So I have to make the flaps extended at the deceleration point, and we will slow down using either the flaps or the speed brake if necessary. The city of Detroit is right there. Okay, so we're passing when 10,000 lights coming on. So it looks like definitely the drag is required. So we'll have to slow down, slow below 250 at below 10,000 feet. Did I forgot the seatbelt? Yes, I definitely forgot the seatbelt. Sorry guys. Seatbelt on. Alright, no cell phones, no iPads. We're below 10,000 feet. We are in like the final phase of our flight. 6-point gain over here in NBA Finals Game 6. Anyway, we're flying straight into this cloud. Okay, so we're back on track for descent. Auto brake to 2. 2 will do. Okay, so cloud clears. So the airfield is right there. So we are really gonna. Okay, so we cannot mess with anything now. It's like a critical phase of our flight. So I'm just double check where I don't have anything like out of place, which seems to be the case. Why am I overspeeding? So that's the city of Detroit. Yeah, a lot of like radio masts, high structures, tall things. I don't know what that is actually. Okay, let me do a like final calibration to make sure we're on the same page. 20. Why am I overspeeding again? This plane really don't want to slow down, looks like. Okay, I'm actually hitting the deceleration point. And at the deceleration point, I'm gonna. My final approach speed is gonna be a 145 knots, just to give you guys a heads up. Is it? Okay, 145 knots. Yeah, so the localizer is alive. I can arm the localizer now. Localizer is not alive, it's like, it's there. It's way off, it's way there, way that way. Glide slope is alive. I'm actually fighting the speed brake, which is really bad. I should extend wind notch of flaps. I've hit the reacceleration point. Flap 1. Do flap 5. 2 actually. So glide slope is really coming down. Plane should definitely dive down to catch that glide slope, to keep below the glide slope. Not gonna be like crazy about the... Yeah, I'm probably gonna throw out the gears. Apparently I still need some speed brake. That's weird. I'm not fighting the speed brake. Well, the fuel looks good. At least that's pleasing. Okay, hit approach. Okay, glide slope captured. Second autopilot armed. Radio altimeter is not alive yet. Okay, so our go around altitude is 3,000 feet. Let's dial that in. Okay, Golden State looks like it's winning the game, winning the title, which is unbelievable. Such a young team, not a super young team, but well, they've been through a lot. They deserve it, of course. Altimeter coming on, flap 15. Flap 20. Okay, I get to my final approach configuration. 145 knots. Alright, our final phase of our flight. Detroit is right in front of us. Looks like I will still have time to catch the entire fourth quarter. Yep, so it's land 3 enunciated here. Okay, I'll just let the airplane land itself if this is the case. I don't really want to do it. Manual landing. I'm tired. It's a long day for me. DME is actually not working at this airport, at this runway, I should say. It's interesting. It's pretty little bumpy. The speed brake. It's the last step I should do. Oh, it's really a little bumpy. Maybe because of the crosswind. It's a pretty bumpy landing. Autopilot is doing a really good job lining me up. It's minimums. Actually didn't set the minimums because I'm doing auto land.
50, 30, 20, 10.
Okay, I should vacate the runway from the left. Okay, I think I just stopped here. So I'm not gonna taxi to the gate. Yeah, that's right. So here we are at Detroit Metro Airport. So I'm gonna turn off the auto brake, just clean the aircraft up. Well, that's it, I guess. So that's it. So here is Detroit. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this flight with some like real-time, quote-unquote real-time real-time like commentaries about the NBA game that's happening in the meantime. Again, I hope you enjoyed this flight. This is William, and I will probably next time I'll probably do the flight from Detroit to Shanghai, and if it's not like a huge thing to do. I'm actually still learning to fly the 777 correctly, and obviously that's a 14-hour flight, so probably I'm gonna use the time acceleration feature. So yeah, so that's it. So I'm not gonna shut the airplane down. You can see we're only like 1 minute late. So okay. So if you guys like the video, please click like, or if you don't, please click dislike, and welcome any comments. Just feel free to leave any comments or anything like that. So I'll see you guys next time, whenever that is.